Sag, welcome back to Tarot Talk with me, Tawanantoinette. Today we're going to do your April reading. It can resonate for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. I recommend checking your rising sign first. Before we begin, just a few announcements. The first one is that this is a collective reading, so it will not resonate for every single Sagittarius placement, or it will connect differently for each one of you. We're pulling on collective energy and we're pulling on the energy of several placements. So please don't expect every single reading to be your reading. And secondly, for those of you who have booked a personal reading with me, thank you so much. Remember, the link is in the description to book a personal one-on-one reading with me. If you're watching on YouTube, it's in the YouTube description. If you're listening to the podcast, it's in the podcast description. And last but not least, thank you so much for all of your likes, shares, comments, subscriptions on YouTube, and your ratings on the podcast. Thank you. You're really helping to grow the community, so I appreciate you. Thanks. And with that said, let's jump into your reading. First card we have is Fork in the Road. So a decision was made in the past. You made a decision or somebody made a decision. It almost feels like you. I feel like this is, I'm an intuitive reader. I feel like this is you. The King of Swords, Queen of Cups is you. It feels like someone made a decision that they did not want to make because there's a lot of disappointment here. There are two people. There's an Earth sign energy, Earth sign or Libra energy here. And then there's a King of Swords, Queen of Cups energy, which is not really your energy, Sag, but I do feel like it's you. You are coming up as very logical. It's like someone was forced to make a decision because it was the most logical, sound decision to make. We have the Five of Cups, clarified by the Nine of Cups. Wow. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. Like, this was a wish fulfillment. Whether that is a wish fulfillment of a relationship, an intimate relationship, or a wish fulfillment in a partnership, this is going to be different kinds of relationships for all of you. So this Two of Cups can represent a partnership, it can represent a friendship, it can represent an intimate relationship. You guys will have to pick which one it resonates with for you. But I do feel like there was a decision here that two people, one of you made, I feel like it was you, Sag, to miss out on it looks like a really, really impactful connection with another person. Whoever made this decision felt this loss because I do see the Five of Cups. It was disappointing. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. It feels like something that could have been great. Nine of Cups, Two of Cups? Come on. High Priestess? Could have been great. But somebody chose to not do this. In the middle row, we have the Brief card with this same High Priestess again. You know what, I feel like this may be a spiritual connection for lots of you. And when I say spiritual connection, I'm really not trying to airy-fairy anything for you guys. There are lots of buzzwords that go around in the spiritual community, soulmate, twin flame. I don't mean any kind of anything by saying spiritual connection. When I say spiritual connection, I mean that this connection had lessons for two people. Maybe it was fated, and I'm not saying it needed to have a specific outcome, like you guys needed to be together forever, or if this is a friend, you guys needed to be best friends for life. But it's a person that came into your life to teach you something, or you came into their life to teach them something. So the High Priestess clarified by the Four of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Wow. So I feel like your intuition is telling you, or it's almost like you've done some reflecting and also you've used your intuition to reflect on a specific relationship. And now possibly you're open to investing in that. Because the Three of Cups is here that talks about collaborating, it talks about reunions, it talks about fun times with people. And here's this Libra energy again. So you could be dealing with somebody who is coming up in this very abundant energy. This person feels like they have very abundant characteristics that make it easier for them to manifest things, whether that be birthing new ideas into the world, birthing even a person into the world. Person could be a mother, but it feels like this is a very abundant person, a very abundant feminine energy. And it does not have to be a woman, but the person is coming up in feminine energy. I almost feel like somebody here has done a lot of reflecting on this relationship and probably gone through a lot of introspection and healing. And it feels like a wanting, a desire to reunite, possibly with this Empress, or it could be this Empress who wants to reunite with you. I do feel like now though that someone has reflected on something, they are more open to investing. And it feels like they're kind of waiting too. Could this be you, Sag, or is this the other person that you're dealing with? It's going to be flipped for a lot of you. Some of you guys will resonate with this on your side. Others of you, this is going to be someone who you know, who's in your energy, who feels this way about you. It almost feels like there's a waiting here for a coming back together so that this happiness can happen. Moving into the future energy, we have regeneration. This is definitely you, Sag. This is you in the future making a decision to communicate something urgently that you have to say, possibly to this Empress person. And I feel like it's been probably a long time coming because the Knight of Pentacles is here. But here we have the Three of Cups again. There's definitely like reconciliation energy between two people. All starting with a conversation. This could be a quick like, hey, what's up? I feel like it kind of opens the door again for this situation to regenerate. Let's get some advice. What's the advice for regeneration? Heed the messengers. So your intuition could be telling you to open this back up. I do feel like the one person is going to be very defensive or blocked off. It doesn't feel like it's you, Sagittarius. It feels like the person that you're dealing with may be very defensive when this is reopened or when this reconciliation happens. Clarify the breathe column. What is the advice for the breathe column? Heed your dreams. See, there's something very intuitive about this connection between two people. It feels like two people who have a psychic connection to each other. Or maybe you're dealing with somebody who's just deeply intuitive. What's the advice here for fork in the road? All right, so this was in the past energy, and whoever, you both were supposed to surrender to the flow. Or maybe you surrendered to the flow. Whatever that meant for you, I felt like that was what was supposed to happen. Surrendering to the flow of whatever this connection could have manifested into. But now it feels like there's a missing out on some kind of connection, and now someone is romanticizing that connection to go back to it. And Sagittarius, I feel like this is you. feel like you're making some kind of decision to communicate with somebody that you had some kind of disappointment with in the past. Let's get some advice. What's the advice for Sagittarius? This feels eerily familiar to the Leo reading. So if you have Leo in your chart, go check that reading out as well. Because I'm picking up on the same kind of energy here. What's the advice for Sagittarius in April? Between worlds. Okay. Card number 3. This is a time to explore the new energy between you and another. It is not a moment for certainty, rather for discovery and curiosity. You don't yet know if this will last forever, so allow yourself to explore who you are and what is reflected back to you. This relationship is meant to educate you about yourself. What do you need? What do you like or dislike? What values are important to you? You are in a critical phase of your relationship that is not to be dismissed or hurried. So maybe this person has something to teach you. It definitely feels that way. I got that from the High Priestess energies here. We have double High Priestess in this reading, and when that comes out to me, it's just a validation that that energy is strong. So yeah, Sag, I see you definitely having some kind of communication to open something back up that was closed. And maybe you feel like you need to do that because there's more to explore from this. So I'm going to leave you guys here. I hope this was helpful. And if you'd like to go deeper into this reading, remember my booking link is in the description if you want to book a personal reading with me. And with that said, I'll see you next time. Bye, Sag.